Hasan Piker is no stranger to controversy, from his 9/11 takes to calling white people crackers for some reason.
That's not what I said, you dumb cracker bitch.
His fan base seems to be one of the more dedicated communities on the Twitch platform, and it got me wondering, how can somebody like a man that is so dumb, so controversial, and still treats them like crap? So it made me take a look at the 8 criterias of thought control and see how it lines up in comparison to Hasan Piker. Starting off with number 1, we have milieu control, or however you say it. I'm not a scientist. This involves the control of information and communication both within the environment and ultimately within the individual, resulting in a significant degree of isolation. Okay, so I think that the isolation portion of this one probably isn't true. I'm not seeing somebody dedicating their entire life to waiting for Hasan to stream, and that is when he's actually on the screen and not, going to make chicken tendies because his mom isn't available. However, we know that the control of information portion of this is 100% true because he hardly has anyone come on to challenge his ideas. And if you've ever watched Hasan Piker, you know he struggles to defend those ideas in a well-rounded manner. And we know that's a very sensitive subject for him, especially when he's compared to Destiny.
Destiny. It's like I wish Destiny could just come in at the beginning and give us the right answer right away instead of making us wait.
So we didn't have to list a fucking Hasan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me feel
like we have the cheat sheet right here.
Honestly, like
it's funny because like the only
it's
way
such a fucking retarded thing to say. Like I'm sorry, but like if you can't comprehend the fucking shit that I'm saying, it's on you, okay?
And that's not to mention if you're just a small peasant child in the chat of Hasan and decide to take on the supreme overlord Tindy Boy with a dissenting opinion, you shall be banished from the land. Okay, so for number 2, we have mystical manipulation. This is the manipulation of experiences that appears spontaneous but is in fact planned and orchestrated by the group or its leaders to demonstrate divine authority and allows reinterpretation of historical events, scriptures, and other experiences. Coincidences and happenstance oddities are interpreted as omens or prophecies. I really didn't think that there was much to this one until I remembered the interview that Hasan just did with Complex, where he rewrote his entire history, claiming he did everything by himself.
My own choices and built my own business model, I guess, if I were to use a term like that. I paved it on my own. Goal has come to fruition largely because of Destiny, because of the help that he's given me, and also on top of Destiny helping me personally, Destiny himself already doing exactly what I wanted to do.
Giving no credit to the people that built up his career, and even took credit for making politics on Twitch popular as a whole. And the next person that he left out, which is just downright disrespectful, is he gave no credit or thanks to his mother for all the chicken that she's made for him over the years. Like, without her, he literally would have starved to death. Alright, so I know I kind of defended Destiny twice now in my first 2 videos, and I'm not meaning for this to be like a Destiny suck-off channel or anything, but this man literally invited Hasan into his house and helped him build up his career, and for Hasan to just toss him to the side as if he's nothing kind of speaks to the character of the person we're talking about today. As for the prophecy side of this thought control criteria, I mean, I think this one just speaks for itself. It's Hasan's prediction of a communist revolution in the future, right? Alright, so number 3, we got the demand for purity. I mean, we basically know what it is from the title, and this one's going to be a slam dunkaroonie, no question, Michael Jordan, 50 out of 50, dunk from the free throw line right here. The kind of purity that is required to be in one of these far leftist communities is quite impossible to pass the threshold for. Not only do you have to be perfect from the time that you join it, but then they'll retroactively dig through your past and then destroy you for any deviation from the directive. And obviously his entire community is trained like little lapdogs and even basks in the public shaming of others.
Exactly.
No shit, dumbass. What kind of a fucking baboon are you?
Fungus.
Like,
ban that guy?
agree with that? Why do you? Oh God,
Yeah.
I
He
fucking
just
ban
banned
that
that
guy.
guy?
He
banned him.
That dude's like,
He
what
banned
is
him.
the
Oh,
Swear
they're
to
all
fucking
laughing
God.
at him.
11
Like,
sub?
Just such a
10%
fucking
of my
dingus,
XP
dude.
total
Just
spicy
show.
You're such a
11
fucking
month
dingus.
sub, 11 month sub.
And then
Everyone
he's
is
gonna
everyone is
scream
like
mocking.
kicking him.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
imagine how
someone,
bad that guy
man.
feels.
someone just super chat
Imagine
said
how bad.
Snafu's Twitch is deleted. By the way, he quit Twitch after that.
Holy
I feel
fuck.
like I just
Dude.
Aw.
So we're gonna skip the next two because they kind of relate back to previous ones. But number 6 is where things get really crazy. So this is loading in language. This is where the group interprets or uses words and phrases in new ways that often the outside world does not understand. And I think we all know where we're heading in this direction. And this is where Hasan redefines the word reaction.
Hasan has low effort reactions.
With no health insurance. The job doesn't offer it, and our affordable marketplaces aren't very affordable. If I get sick, and okay, I test positive, I can't go to the hospital. You know, people come, they show us support, and I love it. I've eaten so much pizza in the last 2 weeks, it's been great. I don't eat pizza. I need to go pay my bills.
True.
Alright, how can anyone actually like this guy? His content is lazy. He hasn't really done anything to forward his movement. He lives in a $3 million mansion and drives a $200,000 car. So he's not living by his rules or worldview he's advocating for. I mean, there really is nothing like a champagne socialist. I mean, you can say he is dumb, but he's got it figured out by taking advantage of his idiotic followers. I'm not really someone that would abandon my principles to be able to make money, but teach their own, I guess. Now, the next two criteria of thought reform kind of relate back to the other ones, so I'm just going to skip them because I don't want to repeat myself. So, to end it here, there were quite a few things that Hasan didn't match up with on this list, but there were a lot that did. So are we sure that this is enough evidence to call Hasan a cult leader? Yes.